So weird. I think of like times when things weren't so easy, and it's just like when it's right, it's right.
Today we're bringing you some truly jaw-dropping news that's rocking the Kardashian world. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker's marriage is now officially over. And let me tell you, the circumstances behind this breakup are even more dramatic than anyone could have predicted. Despite their efforts to save what they had, the Hollywood power couple that blended punk rock and glamour has ended things after only 2 years. From what my inside sources tell me, Courtney is absolutely crushed. She's confided to those in her inner circle that she did everything she could to preserve their union, but sometimes even our best efforts just don't cut it. Let's take a step back and see how it all started. Their romance captured the public's attention almost immediately, quickly becoming one of the most talked about celebrity relationships. The intensity of their connection seemed right out of a storybook. Travis's beachfront proposal in Monteo, California, in October 2021, occurred less than a year after they first began dating. While Courtney's children weren't overjoyed about the engagement at first, both families eventually found ways to merge, creating what appeared to be the perfect blended household. They hit several milestones along the way, further solidifying their bond, and they even had multiple wedding celebrations. I remember a time when I just didn't feel like myself. Yet, I would still join him and all the kids, whether it was going to church, heading to an art museum, or that one time we visited the Happiness Museum. He absolutely loves Disney. Fans were thrilled when Courtney announced she was pregnant, and then, in November 2023, they welcomed their son, Rocky 13th Barker. During this period, Courtney seemed to glow in a way we'd never witnessed before. She radiated joy and confidence. But, as we often learn in Hollywood, outward appearances can be quite deceptive. Signs of trouble started appearing when the media unearthed Travis's history of cheating. What makes this even more complicated is that Courtney already knew he had issues staying faithful from the beginning. He'd been open about his past misdeeds, including cheating on his ex-wife, Shauna Moakler, with 13 women at the same time. And that wasn't the only incident. He had also confessed to being unfaithful at the outset of his first marriage to Melissa Kennedy. Interestingly, just weeks before publicly confirming his romance with Courtney, Travis had spoken about hesitating to embrace monogamy, citing his love of personal freedom and reluctance to commit. Yet, the most shocking aspect of this entire situation involves none other than Kim Kardashian. Matters took a more dramatic turn when Shauna, Travis's ex-wife, dropped a bombshell. She alleged that Travis had an affair with Kim while they were still married, a revelation that supposedly came to light when she caught them together. This skeleton in the closet came back to haunt Courtney, especially right after she'd had a child with Travis, when these old rumors of Kim and Travis's past involvement resurfaced more forcefully than ever. Following years of rumors and denials, Kim finally came forward with her version of what really transpired between her and Travis while he was with Shauna. The way it was revealed was explosive. My sources say a heated family confrontation led Kim to admit to the affair, though she claimed there was never any love involved. It escalated so much that Courtney allegedly tried to attack Kim physically. And if Khloe hadn't intervened, things could have gone very badly. Kim's blunt admission was especially hurtful, as it came off like she was deliberately trying to hurt her sister. She even gave intimate details about how she and Travis supposedly got closer while watching a movie in bed, which then led to their physical encounter. Insiders report Kim seemed to take a twisted pleasure in telling Courtney this information, though she maintained it happened only once and that she quickly realized there was no real emotional attachment. And now, looking back on it, it's evident how unhinged it all was and why people freaked out, but it wasn't ever really official. What complicates all of this further is that, despite Kim insisting it happened only that one time, certain sources say Travis continued to pursue Kim for a while afterward. Once Courtney caught wind of these details, she needed time to process. Kris Jenner mentioned that Courtney went into isolation for several days to figure out how best to deal with what she'd learned before making any major marital decisions. When Courtney felt she was ready to confront Travis about the affair, she hoped they could work through it somehow. Instead, the conversation spiraled out of control, leading Courtney to half-jokingly suggest that maybe they should just call it quits if they were going to keep arguing. The real shocker came when Travis immediately agreed, saying they should get a divorce. Those close to Courtney say she hadn't really meant it, and the speed with which Travis agreed broke her heart. Afterward, Travis tried to walk back his initial reaction. Insiders say he apologized later, insisting he spoke out of exhaustion from fighting about Kim. But the damage was done. any trust that was still there had finally disintegrated. The friction between Kim and Courtney wasn't just a random sibling rivalry, it became a significant source of stress in Courtney's marriage. What's especially intriguing is how the rest of the Kardashian-Jenner clan seemed to tolerate or even encourage Kim's behavior toward Courtney. From what I've gathered, this dynamic persists partly because Courtney is the only one who consistently challenges Kris's authority, creating a strained mother-daughter relationship. It looks like Kris knew about Kim and Travis's past all along, but decided to keep quiet, claiming she was protecting Courtney's feelings. Ironically, that silence ended up making everything worse. It reached the point where Courtney stated, "I don't trust my own family, my own blood at all." Even though Travis denied any romantic involvement with Kim, Courtney couldn't forget his past attraction to her sister. It made all their family gatherings unsettling for Courtney, who said she always worried about leaving Travis and Kim alone, fearing they might reignite something they once shared. Matters only got more complicated when Travis resumed touring with his band. Courtney revealed that he often became unavailable during these tours, and his bandmates would claim they didn't know his whereabouts. Understandably, this caused her a lot of stress while she was home alone. Inside sources say it turned into a major sticking point in their marriage. Over the past few months, Courtney tried multiple strategies to keep Travis close, but he seemed to slip away more and more. For a brief period, they had a heartfelt talk that seemed to bring them closer. They agreed to give each other more breathing room to rediscover their love, and for a few months, things appeared to improve. Courtney even came to terms with what happened between Kim and Travis, deciding to move on from it. Unfortunately, just when everything looked hopeful, new problems erupted in the Kardashian-Barker household. Travis was scheduled to start a new tour on June 20th, meaning he'd be gone from home again, and tensions rose once more. Courtney proposed a romantic weekend before he left, but his indifference set off all kinds of alarms for her. Now, here's the critical moment when everything finally collapsed. My exclusive sources say Courtney's intuition that something was off led her to do the unthinkable. She went through Travis's phone while he was in the shower. She found messages from a woman she didn't recognize, and when she asked Travis about them, he brushed them off as work-related. But Courtney wasn't buying it, so she did her own detective work, looked up the mystery woman, and reached out to her directly. Let's just say that what Courtney discovered confirmed her worst suspicions. The messages had nothing to do with business. When she confronted Travis with the evidence, his response was shocking. Instead of trying to explain or apologize, he announced he genuinely wanted a divorce. Since that moment, the two have had no direct contact. In the wake of all this, Courtney has put a lot of the blame on Kim, accusing her sister of playing a crucial part in the downfall of her marriage. These allegations are serious. Courtney believes that Kim's past with Travis has been a constant source of friction. She's pointed out how Travis allegedly cheated on Paris Hilton with Kim long ago and fears he might be repeating the same patterns now. These shocking accusations have sent the Kardashian-Jenner clan into a frenzy. It's especially painful because it touches on deeper issues in their family dynamics. Kim's attitude toward Courtney during her pregnancy was already troubling. Despite knowing how difficult it was for Courtney to conceive, she went through IVF and had surgery to protect her own life and the baby's. Kim created more drama instead of showing compassion. One particularly hurtful episode happened when Courtney came back from the hospital. Instead of offering support or bringing flowers, Kim picked a fight and made hurtful comments about Courtney's children, asking for her guidance. Her exact words were particularly biting. "Your kids even come to me with their problems." This stung deeply, as it made Courtney feel incompetent as a mother, while Kim positioned herself as the better parent. Tension had been simmering between them for a while, and I've uncovered some disturbing facts about how badly their relationship has deteriorated. During one heated argument with Khloe present, Kim interrupted by labeling Courtney the least appealing to look at. However, it was Kim's conduct at Courtney's wedding to Travis that truly highlighted her motives. Instead of enjoying her sister's special day in May 2022, Kim seemed bitter and repeatedly redirected discussions to her own past wedding experiences. Things came to a head during Travis's son's emotional tribute to Courtney, where he thanked her for being a wonderful mother figure and showing him what genuine love is. Kim actually interrupted mid-speech, telling him to keep it toned down. Later, when Courtney attempted to address Kim's behavior, she got nowhere. Kim brushed it off with a cold remark. "It's not that original. Everybody does it." When Courtney tried to explain her hurt, citing Kim's inability to step out of the spotlight for even one day, Kim stayed dismissive. The final straw came when Kim started a project blatantly lifting ideas Courtney had already used, disrespecting her sister's unique vision. The family issues got worse thanks to Kris Jenner's involvement. In a recent crisis where Courtney needed emergency surgery, Kris arrived with a camera crew prioritizing potential content over her daughter's health scare. This time, however, Courtney wasn't having it. She confronted Kris on the spot, blindsiding her mother with her newfound resolve. This more assertive version of Courtney has undoubtedly rocked the family boat. She didn't even tell Kris about her pregnancy at first. Kris found out through social media along with everyone else. Insiders say Courtney has begun keeping parts of her life private from Kris because she's tired of how her mother exploits her children's lives for more public exposure. It's easy because we all know each other's intentions. But Courtney is done giving away personal moments. Looking ahead, Courtney has made it clear that she needs distance from her family as she focuses on caring for her infant son. She's very aware that both Kim and Kris might try to twist this situation into something profitable, and she refuses to let that happen. If there's a silver lining here, it's that Courtney is finally standing her ground and establishing boundaries with the rest of the family. Kim still can't seem to resist the urge to overshadow Courtney, even during these challenging times. For now, Courtney needs genuine emotional support, not more drama. She's determined that these cherished moments with her newborn won't be overshadowed by never-ending family feuds. All of this has people questioning where the Kardashian-Jenner family goes from here. Kim appears to be walking in Kris's footsteps by valuing attention over genuine family connections, while Courtney is taking a different road, one that favors personal well-being and real relationships over shaping public perception. Time will tell how this shakes out for them in the long run, but one thing is obvious: the Kardashian-Barker divorce drama isn't over yet. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on this unfolding saga. I'll be watching closely and will bring you any breaking developments as they come in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going.